Hello, so my name is Skylar Elsasser, and this is my progress report on my short film, They Look Like Us. I feel like I grew or struggled in these specific areas. I think that I both struggled and from my struggle grew from kind of all of these areas, which would be scheduling and kind of planning things out. And then also directing, I think I got a lot of very useful and well-needed practice. I ran into a lot of struggles that I wasn't prepared for, which has kind of taught me that things aren't always going to go as planned. And then I also think that I got a little bit better at editing because I really spent a lot of time editing this. I spent more time editing this than I thought I was going to have to because I messed up so many things in the process. So, what I wanted was this. I wanted it to be beautiful and slightly eerie. I want to say like 4 days before I was going to film. And this was kind of me scouting the area and this really inspired my film. I kind of knew that I wanted to do something out here, but I wasn't sure of like what the story would be. And then I went out there and I was like, this is what I'm going to do. I went home after this and I wrote my script and we call it Hell's Gates. It used to be the front gates to an amusement park, but they have the gate still and it's called Epworth Park. It's here in Lincoln, Nebraska, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful walking trail. My efforts were supported or sabotaged by X, so in the future, I will be far more prepared and know kind of what to expect or what could happen because this is the sabotage. This isn't recent. This is last year, but just to give you some idea of what rain in Nebraska is like. So we tend to not go on outdoor adventures when it's raining this much. And then when I did go to film, this is what it looked like 3 or 4 days after I had been there and it was beautiful and sunny. And now they're doing construction on it in the rain, apparently, and building a path. And then what also was sabotaged was these were not supposed to be my original actors. This is my little sister and her friend, and they volunteered because my original actors were busy when it was finally somewhat dry enough to go out and film, and then also didn't want to lay in the mud. And then it took almost a full day to upload all of my footage onto my computer. Won't be using Dropbox in that way again. I think I just slightly abused what Dropbox is capable of. And then I sabotaged myself because I didn't realize that my mic that I used to film, it had a very short range on it, apparently, because I was maybe 30 feet away from them in some of these shots, and the audio is unusable. Even from like pretty close to them, it was unusable. I ended up having them come over and doing voiceovers, which was a whole process that I was not prepared for. I will leverage the assets, skills, or experiences that I developed in the following ways. So I think that I really learned a lot of how this whole process works and how something as simple as changing the area in which you want to film can affect everything. For instance, I was losing light and it was cloudy and then it was not cloudy. And so all of that affects how your film looks. And I was not ready for all of that. I also think that another asset that I gained from this is I have something else to add to my portfolio, which is great. And then I think also I gained a lot of experience with this and just skill and experience in itself and gained some confidence in what I'm doing and what I plan to do with it. This project will help me get closer to my short-term career goals in the following ways. I'm one step closer to graduation. I graduate with my associates right after this class. And then also networking. I really needed a lot of help with audio. I have a Discord group chat now with some of the people that I have met along my Full Sail adventure, and they really came in clutch for this project. Also, as part of my portfolio, my YouTube channel, and I'm really thinking of growing my YouTube channel and doing more of these sorts of projects. So here's my YouTube video. This is just the rough draft. You'll get the not rough draft when I turn it in. I do hope to achieve my bachelor's degree as well. So I put this here because I think I would much rather write or edit other people's writing rather than video editing. And then really just finding where I fit in the job realm. But anyways, thank you, and I hope you like my film when I get it turned into you later this week.